Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
What's up, my remote inaonekana? Let's start. What's up, my good people? Hi. Today I have new faces on my
channel.
Yeah, on my channel. So should they do their official introduction or I should do it for them?
Do it for us.
Really now?
Yes.
We are shy.
Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is another interesting video, and so today we just decided to do some amazing and interesting game. Yeah, I'll give it a name after this. I'm not sure even what it is, but just tune in with us. Anyway, my first visitor on my right is, yeah, she's called Janine Robbie Maroa
Makore.
Hey.
Oh, very
Yeah, so she's called Janine
Robbie Makore.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ado Spencer Nyamohanga.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Go support him.
What's your YouTube channel?
The Supreme Show.
Yeah, it's called The Supreme Show. And what exactly do you do there?
More of podcasts.
Yeah. So I'll also put his link
down
below. Then make sure you go watch his videos, comment, support a brother.
Yes.
So guys, today we're just going to do a very simple game. It's simple but very tricky. It entails, it's like a composition. We're going to write a composition. How is it? We're going to write through word of mouth.
Storytelling.
Yeah, it's like with storytelling, but more of writing a composition. If you remember how we used to do it back then in high school and maybe primary. So the remedy is, I think you can see over here, we have some salt with us. Then here we have some cabbage. Then we have an empty glass. On this fine we have some soda. Yeah, my favorite soda. So the remedy is, if you don't get like the composition right, if like it's a written thing, an oral thing, we're going to do it. If you don't do it the right way, you're going to drink soda that is mixed with some salt. If you're not going to take this, then you're going to chew this cabbage. You're going to chew a leaf of it and swallow and digest it. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. So let me mix in our glass. So everybody will, not everybody, like literally when you get the game wrong, you're going to take a sip. And make sure mkikunywa mnameza. So let me do the mkorogo for you people. As we think of a composition to write. I think that is enough. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me just put it here. Then I'm going in with our salt.
Wow.
Is it guy ni mingi?
Weka tu.
Iko sawa?
What a wow.
Ama tungefanya ile.
That is poison.
Guys, is this poison? I don't know.
Hey. Naongeza.
But then there's a game, I don't know whether it's a game. I've seen people drink some Predator, then they put inside some sweets, some mint. Have you seen it? What's the outcome? I think we could try that. Oh, I don't know how this will taste. Remember guys, this is salt and this is soda. So this is like salt and sugar.
It's awful.
It's sugar.
I don't know how it's gonna taste. No, I think I should put
Hey!
an extra.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, like that.
You're very generous.
I'm very generous. So let me put this aside because this is what we're going to work with. We're going to work with the cabbage, and our juice over here, our juice concoction, our soda. So who's going to start? From the right or left? Or middle?
Middle is equal. So, start.
Okay.
Okay.
And by the way, when you're given like time, like maybe nishaongea, you don't have to take like 5 minutes to think about it. Just speak it out. Yeah. If you repeat what someone else has said, you take a sip or have a bite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unasema ni kama mtu mzuri. Take a sip or have a bite.
Yeah. You take a sip or have a bite. So here we go, guys. We start. It was a chilly morning.
You're done?
Yeah.
I had just gotten out of bed.
I went straight to the bathroom.
Took a shower as usual.
Looked for my best clothes.
Then wore my clothes.
Unfortunately, I noticed that
There was a rat under my bed.
And it had eaten some part of my shirt.
Wow. Take a sip. Take a sip. Take a sip.
I can explain.
You can't.
Kunywa kwanza alafu you explain.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Lakini sasa shati imetoka wapi yetu? I had already dressed.
They
Kwani kuna
noticed.
shati gani? Moja peke yake. Wow.
Have a taste of your own poison.
Nini mingi? Chumvi ya
Swallow.
sukari. Digest. Nini mingi? Chumvi ya sukari.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Nini bad?
Nini mingi? Chumvi ya sukari.
Chumvi.
Chumvi ya sukari. Wow. Okay. Nani anaanza the next story?
So that one is spoiled. Imeishia hapo.
Hiyo story imeishia hapo tu.
Yeah, sorry guys. Story imeishia hapo.
Ah.
See, it's a spoiled composition.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Inaitwa spoiled composition.
Mm.
Oh, umepata hiyo jina.
Spoiled composition.
Okay. Sawa, acha nianze the next story.
Yeah.
Tunaenda hivyo.
No, hero.
Aya.
Change.
When I was young, I had a neighbor.
This neighbor had a pet dog.
It had a very beautiful name.
The name was Lion.
Lion was a very stubborn dog.
One night,
As Lion was playing on the road,
It got hit by a motorcycle.
my neighbor was very emotional.
Lion broke one leg.
And later died.
The burial was
Wow.
why are you laughing?
The burial.
The burial was done the same evening.
Wow. We were in attendance.
Yeah, so many people attended.
It was given its last respect.
It was a very sad occasion.
Yes, and that's the end of our story.
No,
supposed to do that.
you can.
Oh,
How
I
are you
should
ending
go- I
a
should go-
composition?
You were
Why
not
are you ending
supposed
the
to.
composition?
No.
How are you ending the composition?
How rude of you. Wow.
Nyamot, no. You haven't
Hiyo
taken
siku inakaaje?
kuja kunywa kitu Nyamu.
Tuaisha nini? Surely. After the next story. You know what, I don't to end it prematurely.
How are you ending? Ufai kuend. It's not even 2,000 words.
It should be 2000 words.
Like when we used to write compositions, we used to be told It shouldn't be less than 2,000 words. Less or more. No, it shouldn't be less than 2,000 words.
Sasa, let me ask you, what were you thinking saying that is the end of the story?
Oh,
Who are you to decide?
who are you?
Who are you? Who do you think you are?
Okay.
Once upon a time,
There lived a big child.
He was handsome.
some people thought that he was handsome.
One of these fine
Wow.
memories. No. No.
One of this one.
People are not
One of
fair.
these fine memories. Jamani.
By the way, we need to have a shot glass.
Sure, there's a
You want a whole
There's a
shot
shot
of
glass.
this?
There's a shot glass.
You want a whole shot of this?
No, we'll have short glasses for the other challenge.
Okay.
Let's just understand. You want a whole shot? It's not enough. One sip. Say cheese. Take a picture. Oh, this fine memory. That one is my favorite.
Hiki tunaonja nini? Tunaonja nini?
Tuambie.
Bye.
Si
Walai, nyama hujakunywa hiki tu.
Anakunywa kidogo tu. Leo unaona wewe anakunywa mafuta.
Mimi ndo naanza.
Sister.
Niwaambie ni mtashindwa. Tunaenda hivi lakini.
Ehe.
Sawa. On one fine evening, my girlfriend and I went out for a walk.
So, we met a snake, unfortunately.
It was a very poisonous snake, as they said.
One bite from this snake could cause the death of an elephant.
Unfortunately, I hadn't seen the snake.
Help! Help! Help!
Shouted my girlfriend.
Wow, I stood there wondering why she was shouting.
I was perplexed by the noise.
Lo and behold, there was a snake staring at me.
Okay, I had to think very quick.
The only option I had was to run.
So I took off as fast as my feeble legs could carry me.
I left my girlfriend standing.
And that's how
I
we
was
divorced.
You cannot divorce with your girlfriend.
No, see, we divorced. We broke up. Yes, we divorced.
Oh, poor me, I became single. Just because of a snake.
My friends made fun of me.
It took me a couple of time to heal.
Then I met a very beautiful and gorgeous young lady.
Wow. She was the cousin of my previous girlfriend.
It was awkward at first, me taking her for the first date. But
Then she said no to me.
And it was not surprising because I had left her cousin stranded.
I had to move on irregardless.
And being single for those few months wasn't an easy job.
I lost my job.
Why? You are English.
Si tunaonyesha venye maisha yako ilienda downhill. Mimi tunaonyesha venye maisha yako ilienda downhill. See, it was not easy. I lost my job.
Tunakubaliana hapo hapana.
Buiru,
inaingia.
Si uzuri sijastata, sijaribu nani katikati.
Inaingia.
Si ni story tu.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I lost my job. I lost my house. I lost my girlfriend.
But something would happen at the long run.
I got an invitation letter to be a zookeeper.
So I moved in to the zookeepers. Hostels. Wow.
They have hostels.
Apparently.
Bora tubeba.
Robi hawana hostel.
Zookeepers sasa wanaishi wapi? Huwezi ishi kwa nani?
Si wanaishi tu kwao.
Si
Wanaenda
umelose
job.
nyumba.
Si una rent nyumba ingine.
Si umelose nyumba juu una pesa na job.
But now in the zoo, how do you have a hostel in the wait. Short bana.
Sitaki short, nataka thabi.
Everybody short.
Short kwanza, wewe
Mimi
kuja
naona
short
tu
kwanza.
mnanilazimishia nikunywe
No,
short.
there's no hostel in the zoo
Mnanilazimisha
bana.
nikunywe. Okay. Au Warden Rangers wanaishi wapi?
Tunaweza Google.
Google.
Ebu Google and also tell us Warden Rangers wanaishi wapi? Ati hostel?
Naona tu mnataka tu nikunywe
No
tutoshane.
hostel. How?
Because I'm quick on my feet. Awa.
What you wear do?
Zookeepers live. Do they have a hostel?
Kunywa kwanza.
You should take a shot.
Kuna nini? Like ya nini?
Short. Hiyo kitu inaonja ufala.
Hakuna kitu kama nani. Hakuna kitu kama hostel hapa.
Sasa hata zookeepers, mnajua zookeepers wangapi?
They live in their houses Robi kweli.
Kitu tunajua hostel ni ya students.
Okay, mimi naona tu nataka nikunywe soda juu nyinyi mkunywa.
You have to drink it. Guys, tell us where do zookeepers live? Ama stay when they're employed, like after they're employed. Where do they stay?
Tunaona I live in the keeper's lodge.
But lodge is not a hostel.
It's literally this like
Is a lodge a hostel?
wow. Sawa nakunywa lakini I don't like your logic.
You just love the Lord.
Robi, you haven't drunk.
Sawa tuendelee. Nani anaanza?
Once upon a time,
In Kuvukiland.
There lived a king and his family.
his son was very handsome.
And the greatest hunter in the village, in the kingdom.
Time came for him to get a wife.
But unfortunately, he lost one of his feet in a war.
Oh wow.
So as the heir of the throne, something had to be done.
A meeting was called with all the elders.
They had to force a wife on him.
So they called for all the beautiful girls in the village that were not married to avail themselves.
They were supposed to dance and cook as a criteria for being chosen.
The king's son did not love any of the girls.
So he escaped from the palace and went out to look for a wife on his own.
With the little money that he had gathered, he bought a plane ticket and left for the United States.
Back in his kingdom, in his father's kingdom. But wait,
Hapo
kingdom and
tumechezwa.
United States.
Tumecheza kwa sababu ilikuwa long ago. Watu wenye wana hunt wanaenda je kununua
Booked
plane
a
tickets.
ticket.
Ni pia mna complicate mambo surely.
No,
Maybe
long time ago.
long time ago.
It was
watu
a
wana hunt.
kingdom.
So what wana hunt? But this is in a different context. Like kuna kama nani hao watu wa gods must be crazy. Si wao walikuwa naishi ni kama ni in a different time. Haimaanishi civilization haikuwa. Mbona mnataka stories zinakaaje?
Okay. Umesema nini?
Alichukua plane ticket akaenda US.
But back then in their kingdom, it was a taboo for the son to leave the kingdom without permission.
So the king had to marry again so that he can find himself a heir to his throne.
And because he was old, he had to find a woman with a son and adopt him.
But the villagers were not happy about the whole story,
since the woman and child that he had brought to the kingdom were outsiders and did not belong to the kingdom.
The woman had had a rough life leading to this moment.
because he was an outcast. And her and his and her son, they were outcasts.
So many years went by and the prince returned.
With an aesthetic leg.
And the wife of his choice.
So he brought civilization to the kingdom.
The kingdom was rich with resources like gold and diamonds.
But for him, he didn't fancy the resources so much. He wanted to change everything about the past.
So there was a wrangle on who was to have the throne between the adopted kid and the original son.
The adopted son was still young, which was a challenge in itself because he was not fit for leadership at that time.
But again, because the elder son of the king because he had broken some rules, he was to undergo some endelea.
Some disciplinary committee.
And the young king to be, was supposed to decide what punishment his older brother got.
But because the younger brother was wise enough,
He decided to cast him out once again from the kingdom.
The villagers were not happy because they felt like an outsider was deciding the fate of their original prince.
it was a back and forth fight that that took some time before they decided who was to take the throne. Hey, yeah.
So finally, the older king decided to speak on the matter, and his decision was final. And this is what he said.
He said, "Both of you are my sons,
and I'm going to split my wealth equal between the two of you."
It wasn't about wealth. It was about power.
Wealth is power. Power is wealth.
So he decided that his older and biological son was going to take the leadership of the kingdom, and his younger adopted son was to
be in charge of the committee, that is the elders who made most of the decisions.
The younger son did not love what he was given because he thought he was being
appreciated.
He was not being appreciated at all.
So
forgetting that he was not the biological son of the king.
So he came up with an evil plan.
He talked to his mother, who did not like the older brother.
They went back to their village, Isukuti.
So in Isukuti, they met some old witch.
This witch gave them a concoction concoction to put in the older brother's milk.
And the instructions were, if your older brother drinks this milk,
he was going to pass.
So they left and went back to Kovukiland with the concoction ready to attack.
but on the way, because the journey was miles and miles, the mother seemed to be very weak and tired, and they had no water to take.
So they opted to drink the concoction.
And instead of dying, they went blind.
And the mother changed into a big snake.
Then the son killed the snake.
Wow! He continued with his journey back.
He was very hurt and very saddened by the story of killing his biological mother.
So just as he was about to enter the kingdom, he decided to go back to Isikuti for another concoction.
On his way back, he felt hungry and thirsty. So he sat down and decided to find food. But where was he supposed to find the food? He couldn't see.
He had to call the gods of the first villages.
It was not a village, it was a kingdom.
He decided to call upon the gods of the kingdom to come help him. But now the gods told him, because he had committed a very bad sin, he was to go back to the kingdom and apologize before the king before he passed.
So there from the tree, he decided to go back to the kingdom.
Wow. But being that he was blind, he took the wrong route.
He found himself in a very big ditch that led him to the Red Sea.
The Red Sea was full of crocodiles.
Wow. So the villagers around the Red Sea noticed a blind man and decided to help him so that he wouldn't get into the water and get eaten by the crocodiles.
He was immediately taken to the forefathers for a little intervention.
Then they noticed he had snake scales on his back.
They found
Snake scales.
See, they had drank the concoction. The mother turned into a snake.
They asked him if he knew why, if he had any idea why he had snake scales, and he confessed having taken a concoction that was supposed to kill you, but apparently turned you into a snake and made you blind.
And the only remedy that he had was to go back to Kovukiland and
There was a witch in the corner who had everything and who also hated the older prince. So the witch came up with another plan.
There was a tree in the middle of the Red Sea whose leaves would be able to cure our young prince and return his eyesight.
And the only person who was able to pluck the leaves from the tree in the Red Sea was called Babuloliondo. A very famous witch.
So, for you to visit Babuloliondo, you had to... Babuloliondo. For you to visit Babuloliondo, you had to bring him a donkey's skin.
And because we had a witch who was dedicated to finishing the first family, he knew where to get the skin.
Let me tell you.
Tafuna cabbage.
Makabeji hayo.
Jamani, you people are not. Lakini
Hii story imepanda.
Imeshika.
Kwanza ni venye wewe unatuchezea akili.
Hii kitu yote unaweza tafuna hiki
Mbona ulikuwa unawarudisha? Wanafika wanarudi.
See, I have to make the story as hard as possible for you. Wewe pia lazima make as hard as possible for Buru. Buru pia lazima make as hard.
I think we're going to end the game of today. We're going to leave it at here. Is it like that? Is it? Enye Kiingereza ni ngumu wadau. So anyway, we're going to leave it at that. Yeah. And make sure you watch this video. Thank you for tuning in with us. Till we meet on our next video. Remember to subscribe in his channel. He's called Supreme. Give yourself a shout out.
Hi guys, subscribe to the channel, The Supreme Show.
Yeah.
Amazing content over there.
Yeah, The Supreme Show. Till we meet on our next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.